Hi, my name is Robin Sokoloski, and I'm the Director of Organizational Development at Mass Culture. And I've been asked to provide an emerging idea on governance as it specifically relates to strong organizational oversight, the segment that I believe this breakout group is focusing on. So here it is here, in case you need a bit of a refresher on what we mean in the worksheet by strong organizational oversight. And so for mass culture, when it comes to this, we strongly believe as a national organization that we need to have a disbursement of decision-making power. So we have built, as a young and emerging arts organization, a network governance model that looks something like this diagram that we've included in our strategic plan. We do have technically a board because legally we need to as a charitable organization, which is our operations group. However, all 5 of these working groups, the operations group, engagement working group, network, communications, and research working groups, all have decision-making power, which is clearly outlined in the terms of reference that they all sign off on. Of course, this definitely contributes to a great deal more work on staff because we need to ensure that all 5 of these groups are meeting regularly and are constantly kept in the loop. We also do what we can to make sure that these 5 groups are able to connect with one another. So within each of the 5 groups, there is a conduit instead of a chair. And we host conduit meetings so that there can be a crossover amongst conversation and dialogue. That isn't necessarily always steered by staff itself. But this is what we feel is an idea that is evolving and that we're very interested in exploring further in terms of making sure that mass culture has strong organizational oversight by 30 individuals across the country instead of an 8 to 12 person board. It's not a perfect model, but it's something certainly that we're curious about making sure that we're doing what we can to think through what's possible instead of just defaulting to what's traditional.